Like and subscribe now, or you're gonna have bad luck this week.
You probably think getting a good deal online, a nice vacation, or a good-looking partner is being lucky. We thought so too before we came across these video clips. Here are 10 luckiest people caught on camera. Your definition of luck will change altogether after watching this video, especially number 1. So fasten your seatbelts and let's drive in. Number 10, Motocross. Let's start with one of the calmest and luckiest guys you will ever come across. Motocross is a form of off-road motorcycle racing held on enclosed off-road circuits. The sport evolved from motorcycle trial competitions held in the United Kingdom. Motocross is one of the most physically demanding sports as riders use almost all their muscles and shift weight to balance throughout the whole ride. Not every rider is perfectly physically fit, so the riders are often subject to accidents. Something like that happened at a motocross racing event when a rider lost his balance and slipped while making a jump from a ramp. But it wasn't the rider whose life was in danger. It was the guy talking on a phone. As you can see, the race crashes and then slips toward the guy in a red hoodie holding a phone. He casually jumps and avoids the bike, which crashes into the tree behind him. We are fascinated by the coolness of the guy in the red hoodie as he goes right back to talking on the call after making the jump and surviving what could have been a really serious accident. Number 9, Lucky Scooter. Kids are known to not listen to their parents, even if it results in them endangering their lives. And that can be guaranteed from this video. In the footage, you can see a young child who has run away from his mother on a toy scooter. The child comes on the busy road from the parking lot, and the car driver on the road slams on the brakes in hopes of avoiding the child. Due to the quick thinking of the driver, everyone was able to stop in time. Behind the boy, his mother can be seen terrified, chasing after him. Listen to your mothers, kids, and stay in the parking lot. Number 8, jet sitting. Motorcycle and car racing are something that a lot of people enjoy. The thrill of watching a supercar racing a heavy bike is out of this world, and the feeling is even better when you're the one behind the wheel. Believe it or not, jet racing is also very popular between racers. It is when a motorcyclist or a car racer, or both, try to race a jet. It really is a fascinating sight, but it isn't always safe. Normally, you would expect the risk to take place in the air, not the runway. In this video, we have a jet pilot who is experiencing engine problems, and he cannot seem to get his plane started. The pilot tries to signal someone, asking for help, but behind him, there is death coming towards him at the speed of 150 miles per hour. As the pilot is still sitting in the jet, another plane takes off behind him, and the pilot barely survives and almost has his head cut off. The other plane can be seen crashing as it goes ahead. The footage shows just how lucky the pilot was to survive something like this without any injury and make it out alive. Number 7, tumbling toddler. Toddlers have no sense of security and would go to extreme lengths to put their own lives in danger. 6 postal workers were on their morning break when they heard crying overhead in Ning'ai County, China. When they looked up, they saw the 2-year-old on the window ledge high above them. They started to discuss what to do, but moments later had to rush together as the child plummeted. Luckily, her fall was cushioned as she landed in their arms. She did then slip to the ground, but still managed to stand up. 2 of the postal workers suffered minor injuries. CCTV captured the frightening moment, and the footage shows one of these men reeling in great pain after the catch. The girl had woken up in her apartment after her parents had gone out to get some medicine. The parents decided to never leave the kid alone again. But we all know she would get into trouble again real soon. If you think this is terrifying, wait for the first one on the list. Number 6, falling building. At number 6, we have this Volkswagen driver from Minnesota. The footage was caught from a security camera installed at the end of the street. The footage clearly shows a 3-story building that is on the verge of collapse as bricks after bricks fall from beneath it. The cars are traveling on the road as normal, completely avoiding the building collapse, which may happen at any time. Suddenly, a Volkswagen car appears on the screen and just stops to see the building. Doesn't know what it sees from up there, but the driver reverses the car a step back rather than going ahead, and car horns are just jammed at him. But he doesn't care, and then, boom! The building collapses just as it's bombed from somewhere and falls inches ahead of the car and the driver. The horns of all the cars and bikes behind turns into appreciation and gestures of thank you. Maybe this one person just saved all of their lives. Number 5. Hats off. Russian soldiers are just built differently, as they are known to cheat death on a daily basis. We are not kidding, see for yourself in this video. The soldiers stand together in line to fire their gun in the same way as the American 21-gun salute, but most of them are immature. As the soldiers fire their weapon, one of them in the first row survives getting shot in the head when his hat is blown up after the guy behind him shoots. In another story, the soldier, who has been dubbed the Russian Terminator, was reportedly caught in the AK-47 crossfire between Russian and Chechen militants. He really cheated death after footage emerged of him having a bullet removed from his forehead with a pair of pliers. In the video, the man seems undaunted by what is happening and remains calm as the procedure takes place. These Russian soldiers really are a different breed. Number 4. Almost hit by a BART train. This is an example of how quick thinking can help you save someone's or even your own life. People at subways are always in a hurry and don't really think straight most of the time. That results in a lot of accidents there, and it's also the reason there are a lot of supervisors available there. Transportation Supervisor John O'Connor was at the Coliseum station in Oakland, keeping an eye on the crowd, following the Oakland Raiders Detroit Lions game when the man, who was intoxicated, stumbled and fell onto the tracks as the train was approaching. Surveillance video released by BART showed O'Connor, who happened to be standing feet away on the platform, lunge for the man and pull him to safety just in the nick of time. John said that he was just fortunate that God put him there, and the guy got to see another day. He explained that there was no time to make a decision. He just looked and it happened. Quick thinking helped him save a life. Number 3. Landing on car. Here we have another incident on the road, where the footage is shot by a video camera as a person shoots a video from his car. It's a two-way road somewhere in Saudi Arabia, and the car on the right is just switching lanes from right to left when abruptly a person on a heavy bike emerges on the screen, switching to the same lane as the car, and just boom! It's a heavy collision, with the bike speed approximately 100 miles per hour. The bike hits the rear part of the car and just inverts upside down, and the driver is forced into the air. Luckily, rather than going off the road or under another car, he lands on the roof of the car and somehow manages to balance himself, despite the fast speed of the car, and he's safe, without even a scratch on his body. Unbelievable. We've all seen accidents like these on the roads, but rarely or ever the landing of a guy in such a miraculous and extremely lucky way. Number 2. Blast on pitch. At number 2, we have an incident at a football ground, a match in Egypt's second-tier league match. As a corner is given by the referee and the players of the opposing team come to take a corner, there's an object thrown by someone from the crowd right at the foot of the player. He looks at it, picks it up, and throws it right down, goes on to take the corner kick. Suddenly, another player comes, picks up the object, and throws it out of the ground away from the players, and as it lands away from the touchline, it's a blast with smoke coming out. The players and referees rush away from it. The object was a small bomb that could easily have injured or maybe caused fatal bruises on the players, but everyone walked away safe thanks to the guy in yellow. We don't know whether he knew what it was or if it was just an unintentionally lucky moment, but by the looks of it, surely it's one hell of an escape. And that's why it's in our number 2 place. Number 1, almost swallowed by a whale. And finally, we have our luckiest person to ever be caught on camera. Had this scuba diver been just a little bit further, he would have been swallowed by a whale. The guy had just put on his mask and dove into the sea. As he was about to go down into the water, a whale just appears out of nowhere, opening his mouth, showing all of his killer jaws, just a few meters in front of the diver. That's a dreadful sight for the diver. If he had dove just a few meters ahead of his position, he would have been the whale's prey. But what can be said? When you are lucky, everything goes your way. The diver gets assistance from his mates who just help him get quickly back on the ship. Oh, that was a narrow escape from death, one the diver will likely remember until his actual death. Have you ever been lucky enough to escape death? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.